Friends, heroes, I bid you all welcome to week 1, day 2 of NGS season 20. Oh my gosh, we've been around for a while. My my name's Caden. I'm very happy to be taking on this D West game. And I've got Silver Jackals from Cosmos and my buddy Jatron on Trial by Annihilation, ready to go for the map picks. Now, this is still round robin division, so there's no coin toss here. As such, Cosmos, who will be on the left side of your screen for this game, automatically has a choice between first pick or map pick, at least for map one. Co- Cosmos, what's your pick? Okay, so it's Cosmos one first pick, which means TBA has map pick. All right. So TBA ban Garden. Cosmos pick. Cosmos ban Alterac. Back to you, TBA. TBA ban. Hang on. TBA Tomb of the Spider Queen. Cosmos next map, which means map one, as decided by Trial by Annihilation, is Warhead. No worries. We can stand by for the winner. Just giving everyone. Oh, hang on. I actually did not have desktop audio. I actually did not have audio going, but I still didn't. But that's okay. So Cosmos' first pick. TBA ban TBA bans Gardens. Cosmos banned Alterac. TBA banned Tomb Spider Queen. Cosmos banned Dragonshire, and we are just waiting to get to hear back from TBA to figure out what map we are playing. It's gonna be good, I can tell you that. Oop, he's back. All right. And since y'all know that this is a stream, hang on. Oh, oh, I was still muted the whole time. On this side. I'll just put this in your div chat. Yeah, I'll just put. Oh, I was muted talking to stream. I'll just put. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, I was gonna say I'll be looking for the winner, whoever wins, but I'll just put that in your div chat. Have fun. Um, I actually think we have a good set tonight for maps. Let me just see. Yeah, just standing times. Just standing by for teams to be ready. Seeing that stream is pretty quiet at the moment, but like, yeah. Yes. Okay, stream chat. NGS chat. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, so we'll just stand by for the start of the game. As a reminder, Trial by Annihilation as Cosmos' first pick, TBA's map pick. Garden was banned by TBA, Cosmos banned Alterac, TBA banned Tomb and Spider Queen, Cosmos banned Dragonshire, and Trial by Annihilation was picked Infernal Shrines. And it looks like both teams are ready to go for uh for champ selects. So here we go. Yep. So here we go. Infernal Shrines kicks off. Realistically, I should know how these teams play. I should know how TBA plays. I'm just not quite sure what Cosmos is going to do. And now I have played with some of these players, but I was looking to cast TBA last season and it didn't work out, unfortunately. Datron, as far as I'm aware, it does look those AAs. So you have things like Zul'jin, Rainer, from Shrines here. See what Cosmos ban. Mirage. Okay. Not a Jaina for it. It's not like a Johanna ban, so in which case Johanna as first ban, that's pretty much meta. But seeing this Mirage here, you're curious to see who plays target? Or is it meta ban? Right when it bites the dust. I'm not surprised by the Brightwing ban. It has been meta for years, and it's also very good on 3-lane maps, or on 2 to 3 lane maps that are considered large. And Brightwing fits the description of someone that can rotate frequently with their Z and can cause trouble. Cosmos next ban is coming in. Voice audio is a little hard to hear. Okay, let me check the setting real quick. Okay, hoping this is a little better. Dehaka is banned. Again, this is a tank that, or not even a tank. More of a cruiser, but it still has a large range like Brightwing. Waiting for the next game. And that is Johanna on 1. Um, I'm not surprised. It wasn't banned. It wasn't banned. It was just left up. So Johanna insta lock on B1 is no surprise. Question is, this is a variant Stukov TBA. Hello, that's new. Stukov is very good for range. Heals. The heals themselves just bounce off of each other. It's wild. Sonya and Tacit are locked in for Cosmos. Now, if this was actually my team back in the day, you could very well assume that Tastar would be a pick target shy, unfortunately. But no, this is not my team. Neither of them are. Last ban is Ariel. Now, if you play Ariel, you're gonna be looking to attach onto someone. Tassadar or Tassadar Joe kind of fit that description really, but you kind of have to stand close to whoever the battery is. So I'm pretty surprised that Ariel will be banned. I actually thought her ult for the Vala, that's not bad. That's kind of expected here. But for Ariel, what I was thinking was her ult, her resurrection ult, is not really common, or I mean I like to pick it to help teammates, but it's not going to be an Ando any day of the week. That's going to be the Zebo locked in for TVA. And the Leo. No real tanks. Offlaners. The offlaner here is probably going to be this Leoric, I'd imagine. But Chaco on Varian, that is one of his stable picks. I'm not surprised that he locked this at all. Medivh. Bird on Medivh. Okay. Not a pick that you see all the time. You have a Brightwing ban for and the Haka ban, both globals. I guess your next best answer is is Medivh, because with the portals are kind of a global actually. Just it's not as global as a the portals obviously aren't as global as Brightwing's mount. That is a type is locked in for Jatrin. Okay, buddy. You're kind of asking for it. Well, here we go, I guess. Heading into Infernal Shrines for map number 1. Matching hero portraits. I'm not surprised. Vagatron, welcome. Yeah, audio. I've tried to fix this, but I personally don't know what's going on with this. Unfortunately, I could try a fix, but have to wait until after the map. But then we wouldn't have audio. Okay, I can shift C out to give us the full view. Well, it's okay. So it's time to run through the teams. We have Silver Jackal's playing Tassadar. Odd Thoughts on the Rhaegar. Runtime is going to be piloting Johanna. Bird is playing Medivh. And Nay is playing Sonya for Cosmos. And heading back to TBA side, Keladorn is on Leoric, Quiet Bunny is on Sukov, J-Tran is on Tychus, Flippy is on Zebo, and Choco's on Varian. As we start off map 1, Infernal Shrines. Both these teams not really playing aggressively at the moment. As we see if Minion comes out. Tassar's going to be one of these quick wave clears. As we do see a quick engage. No, actually it was just a wave. Both teams clearing the waves. Nothing too fancy. Can get a quick check on our op laners heading offsides as Johanna is caught outside. Okay, 3-man blind does connect, but there's no follow-up to the blinds though, so it's just a disengage. Heading back up to the offlane to check the matchup. Looks like Nay has a small lead, but not by much. Nah, it just resets. Camps are coming up here. I'm wondering if, yeah, that's not a surprise. Cosmo is saying, hey, this camp is wide open. We're going straight for it. Let's see, and they are going to pick up the siege camp here. Question is, are Cosmos going to steal the other siege camp? Nah, it's just being ignored at the moment. As we have some more wave clearing action coming from Tastar. Nothing too fancy. TBA is on the move to the siege camp. They know they're late, but that is a Medivh portal. No follow up on that though. But the camp resets. No one's interested in the camp. Hello. Okay. Both teams are fairly split, although Cosmos is taking this second siege camp on the bottom. Okay, that's not bad. Got siege camp on is still up over here. That is Medivh portal coming out, and nothing too fancy. And you basically have to be in this okay, Silver Jackal. There might be 2-man steal. Okay, no. Trial by Annihilation as a team did not realize that this camp was being taken the whole time. Props to them. Give credit where it's due. Chaco steps up, takes some damage, not too fancy, and now TBA is having to deal with this siege camp all at once. Siege camp goes down, and now Cosmos has the lane advantage. It's being pushed, but the first objective is coming up topside. Where the offlaners are. Okay, so Nay is going to take their bruiser camp as Oddthought rotates up. And the thing is, CBA is down here at the bottom. Okay, now mid. Okay, now they're on the move. Coming the backup Keladorn here. Okay, see if they're actually taking this. Okay, so Cosmo started it up. Chaco steps up, taken down to half HP. Unstoppable comes out for Keladorn, gets away successfully. Bird here is all isolated. Used the portal to jump away. Runtime Chocolate gets blinded by runtime. Okay, Chaco's at half HP. Here comes the charge on Chaco. They're all looking for a fight. 3-man knockup does connect. Chaco's goes to 10% HP. He manages to walk out of that alive. But at the same time, TBA is just giving up the objective. No, never mind. Here comes the re-engage for TBA. They know they're here. Bird is trying to get away. Here comes the jump. Bird is getting bursted down. That is first blood for Trial by Annihilation. Thank you for the leash, my friend. Cosmos is just giving the objective away, but one objective they give away, it's another just wide open. It's this bruiser camp that they're taking, and it's gonna get capped before the shrine does. But you do have to realize that this is a frozen shrine. Yeah. You do have to realize that this is a frozen Punisher, which is very good at disabling the objectives. And of course, it jumps over to kill the heroes, but if you see what I'm seeing here, this fort was stunned up temporarily. It has nothing to do with Chocolate. takes the engage. Punisher is going after, I don't know who that is. The Medivh, 1 HP. Yeah, you better back, buddy. Great decision, my friend. No way, no way, you're gonna survive that burst. You already gave first blood away, so I'm not. So, oh no, it's Medivh that took first blood. So, your team already lost first blood. Better not lose another kill. Here comes another quick engage by TBA. They're going to lead the chase out, and everyone from Cosmos falls back. Bomb siege camps back up right for the taking. Cosmos is just going to take their own siege camp. TBA is going to take their own siege camp, and now the fight's going to be who's going to be the quickest to get this bottom siege camp first. TBA's here. They're starting this up. Okay. As here comes the quick engage by TBA yet again. And that is going to be the Joe caught out. Has to fall back. Half HP. Does have tap though, so you can quickly going back onto the fight. Four-man blind does connect. Camp is wide open. Here comes this quick fight. Bird is getting bursted down. TP comes out, and that is the jumping cell. That is the jumping Sonya, but the ult goes over, and all. But the siege camp goes over to TBA. Not much happening. This top 4 is at half HP though. Curious to see if we have another fight going on. A little bit of a burst. Joe is caught out yet again. 3-man stopwatch connects. Okay. Jason's at quarter HP, quarter HP and dead. Chaco is being followed up yet again. It is a quick double kill for the Rhaegar. Just when you think you get first, that's when you're able to get first blood by on TBA. Cosmos says, "Hang on, we're not done with you yet." Siege camp's coming up. This bruiser camp's being taken. That's fine. Oh. This is not good. Okay. Looks like we're back. I don't know what I missed, if anything. Okay, that was weird. But, well, here comes the quick rotation. Medivh is in owl form. Sees that TBA is rotating up to the shrine. It is active. No one is starting it. As Chaco steps up, here comes the knock-up. J-Trend gets punished. Flippy's here, isolated by Nay. Flippy goes down. It's a double kill for the Sonya. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that disconnect either, but life happens. We just keep rolling on. Cosmos is just gonna go ahead and take take the point for free after TBA gave away the picks, the double kill. They realize that they're too far behind. Plus 13 is a power spike. And Cosmos at the moment is down. No, TBA at the moment is down by a level and a half per se. This camp is gonna this bruiser camp is gonna help out, and it looks like the wave is gonna go towards. Okay, that is a pushing wave for TBA, but here comes the Frozen Punisher, and Chaco here is being the target. Punisher goes after its 2-man knock up onto Chaco and J-Trend. Chaco gets killed by minions apparently. It's very unfortunate for him. Nice ult from the Rhaegar. Keldorn gets taken down yet again by minions. It's two kills to minions in the row as the Punisher goes down. But then that's a fourth top tier 1 falls. However, TBA lost their whole siege camp in the process. They are behind and they know it, but not by much. 3 levels down. TBA is 3 levels down. Let's see what you can do to try and pull this back. Meanwhile, Cosmo's gonna take the neutral siege camp. They have the push here. Not enough. That's not enough minions. Tyke Screen's gonna help out and clear the some of the minions. And yeah, another wave comes in. Meanwhile, Nay up here is pushing in top. Channel from the Leoric. Keldorn ultimately finds nothing. And okay, and the reaction to TBA losing their siege camp is that, well, let's go take Cosmo's siege camp. Just mutually 1 for 1. No gain, no loss really. Now, if both of these camps were capped by Cosmos to begin with, that would have been a problem for TBA. As here comes the quick rotate, Nay is caught out in a 1 versus 5. Nay is quickly isolated. 40-second death timer on the Sonya. Cosmos is in the lead right now, and they absolutely know it with this performance. As Cosmos as TBA's bot tier 1 does go down. Well, Bruiser can't back up. Runtime spots it out. No damage here. Help me ping comes out. I think Runtime's thinking about maybe killing Choco here. I wouldn't be surprised if he does this. But nah, they just back off from the siege camp. It's from the Bruiser camp. Okay, actually no, there are some help me pings. They aren't. Looks like Cosmos is interested in taking this camp after all. I mean, Keldor is here caught out in 1 versus 4. Yeah, you're gonna have the E to jump away there, and you survive, but you're not like, nah, you're gonna get heal off of that. Another Punisher comes up for Mortar Punisher this time around, and it's up. I'm curious to see who takes it. Cosmos is starting this up again. TBA managed to pull their level lead back. They're catching up a little bit. They are level and a half still. Cosmos is about to have their 18 though. Split farming, both teams at the equal number of farm. Oh, what was that? Stopwatch 4. The burst is insane. The Stukov, the Tigers, the Leo all fall. This is a disaster if you're TBA. Choco's here. It's the last person standing for TBA. Does fall. That is an ace for Cosmos. As the top tier 1 on Cosmos on TBA's side just falls for free. No. Cosmos has full control of this game, and there's nothing that's slowing them down. Except maybe these death timers. Do they even take this keep? Okay, they are taking the tier 2. A 4-man assault under tier 2 as everyone is coming back up for TBA, ready to go. Another fight. Here comes the Tychus Odin being called down. Not the new gold though, but there's nothing that happens to the keep. Keep goes down uncontested. And here comes the fight. Core is under attack already. Cosmos, holy smokes, you are going insane. Keldorn just gets completely bursted. Stukov will knock back. Does come up. nothing, no follow up there. Kawaii Bunny is being bursted down into keep. Keep the core is at 20% and counting. That's just it's just GG at this point. So one, so 1-0 to Cosmos and an insanely dominant Infernal Shrines. Now I don't think these teams have played each other in this division. I'd be, or maybe this season. Do these teams have history? I don't know. But whatever the case, TBA's map pick of Infernal Shrines was not theirs for the taking. I Okay, I'm gonna try going to a fix. I'll be, see if I can figure this out. 1 second. Uh, hmm, hmm. And again, I do not know what happened with that disconnect in the middle of that map one. I don't think we lost very much though, and yes, that probably is going to go into the report form at the end of the game. So, well, and honestly, I'm surprised that happened. But then again, I'm not surprised because oh, it's Blizzard. We don't maintain the game anymore like we used to. Yeah, the disconnect and reconnect logic, especially disconnecting in the middle of a fight like that. Yeah, not cool, Blizzard. Yeah, I'm afraid that's a programming issue at this point. But rest assured, we were able to continue the map, no problem. There was no tech needed as I was on production. If we had a player disconnect, it'd probably be a tech. And I'm curious about this TBA side. I know that they're probably going to be making some changes. I'd be surprised if they kept this roster. It's like looks like the second map up is Sky Temple. Again, it's the big map coming up. Be interested to know. This was picked by Cosmos. Okay, and TBA has decided that they are going to be making a change. Shogun from BFT Legend, the BFT Legend Shogun is in for on TVA for map 2. That's right. The that's right. The coach for TBA is in. Shogun, it's been a while since I've seen you, buddy. I hope you're still not mad at me all those years ago that I got to play with you. Don't know what we're waiting for. Let me just get that ready. Okay. And that's gonna be Sparhawk coming in. Okay, you were well respected as an offlane sub. No, you're well respected as a sub among us, and you are a very good player too. Can't, I can't wait to see what you're gonna be made of. Let me just get ready here. I'll just go ahead and get these teams ready. But yeah, maybe it was some sort of coding issue that happened. Oh, okay, yeah. Guess we'll just hold on for the AFKs and other shenanigans to go on. Nah, I did get ping. Hope it's not too important. Yeah, probably wasn't. Oh no, not the one I was thinking of. Okay. Yep, definitely not important, I guess. So we just keep rolling. Cosmos is calling ready. Of course, I'm always ready. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. It's been a little while since I've been casting. I took a lot of time off. And to Sky Temple we go. This is a faster comps. This is a faster moving map, so you're gonna want a comp that rotates as quickly as possible. Like, again, the Haka is a good possibility because you can be in off lane or as main tank the Haka. So who would want to do? Yeah, actually, I take that back. This is map pick for Cosmos here. But yeah, Sky Temple is a good map for the Haka. You can be in main tank the Haka, rotate down and quickly catch the off laner by surprise. Or again, you could be uh Bright Wing. That's okay. That's a good ban still. And I'd be very curious if the Haka was let through. It's still a powerful pick on Sky Temple. Again, you also have maps like Jaina that are also team. You also have players like Jaina that are pretty good for rotations. You could play Nova here if you wanted to as a macro, but I'm not seeing it. Garage is banned again. Either it's meta or Cell One is being targeted by this. Who knows? Ragnaros bites at us. That could very well be a target. It's not like you see Ragnaros all the time in HOTS. More, more like Johanna's and Rainers, etc. are the Anduins. You will see that. Might as well plug the game since I'm already here in the second map. Insta lock Vala for Shogun. Okay. On B, insta lock Vala on B1. Okay, that says a lot. So now as we go on to R1 R. Yeah, Johanna was left open. You might as well pick that, and the Dahaka on our Johanna on R1, Dahaka on R2. Yeah, the same picks that I was talking about just gets whipped, get picked up because they were just left in the ban through the ban phase, and there was the same Anduin I talked about that was left up for Chaco. Leo Sparhawk on Leoric. Okay. Again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Daytron is out of the map. Unfortunately, I'm quite disappointed he's not playing in this one. Third band coming in, and it's Murden. Okay. Again, Murden does have the jump on the E. Somebody can call me out, but it is the jump to engage like Sona has, like Joe has. If you want to go following Sword, but it's modern day HOTS. I mean, Blood Shield is the more power pick for the fights. Li Ming banned out. Clearly a good rush comp hero. Rainer is still up if you want to go the rush route on Sky Temple. I wouldn't be surprised. The Rhaegar and KT. Oh yes. Nice. So now as we head on to B4, B5, you already know the healer. You already know healers. I mean, if you really want to run a double healer, that could still be a good pick here. ETC and Jaina. Okay. I may have said something about Jaina being a common pick among lower ELO players, but here she is in her full form. See how you respond to the Jaina and ETC on R5. On R5. Zeratol? Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm sure. How many of y'all have played through the advanced tutorial? Just show of hands. I know I'm on delay, so I won't see a live reaction. But Zeratol on that advanced tutorial is one of the heroes that you can play. And he's stealth focused, rotating between the lanes. And Cosmos wants to rush because Sky Temple is one of those I would say outside of Braxis holdout, Sky Temple is one of the fastest maps in the game. From start to finish. If the Braxis holdout game is, not a stomp. Hey creamy cowboy. Yeah. Oh, you've played through the Zeratol, huh? On the advanced tutorial, huh? Why don't you tell me if my prediction was spot on? But If I'm just thinking what. Okay, that is going to be a pause. Well, at least it was before the start of the game that we had a pause. Well, here we go for Sky Temple, both on the waypoints coming out. They just want to face check each other, but Cosmos doesn't find any face checkers at all. They do know TBA does know that something's up. They saw where Bird went, so it's not much of a face check. Okay, here comes 2-man blind coming out. And when Anduin's wave field connects. And just a quick rotate down to the bot side. No harm, no foul. Quickly looking up top side, it is going to be a battle over this watchtower. Once it gets flipped, like Sparhawk just did just now, Nay's going to come over here, flip the watchtower, and it's just going to be back and forth of who can control this vision. Not that top side vision isn't helpful. Top side, Bruiser Cam's going to get started up here by Cosmos. It looks like CBA is getting the idea that they're doing a siege, that Cosmos is under siege camp, which they aren't right now, but they could theoretically take it. Yeah, this 2-man it looks like. I mean, Oddthought and Silver will come down and well, Oddthought's just gonna start just the siege camp. No, no loss, no foul. GM Seika says, I think your screen needs realignment as Vala just died. Shogun goes down for first blood. First blood to Cosmos. Yeah, I actually during the off season I actually took a look at this and this was the best that I could get with my configs. I'm afraid. I actually did try to work on that. Work on that. Flippy's on the way. Could be. Yeah, knockup does from the Joe does connect onto Flippy, but there's no real fight. As oh, I shouldn't be locked onto a fight onto a minion somehow. Sparhawk just gonna be clearing the waves. As offlaners, you want to be where your 4-man is not. If the 4-man goes if the 4-man goes bot, you want to rotate from top to cover mid. The only problem is that this area above mid is pretty large. Has a pretty large gap. So we're gonna have no Nay getting bursted. Has to burn the what is that? Has to burn the self heal stacks. Top Punisher was going to go over. Top Siege was going to go over to Nay on top, but it doesn't happen. TBA is in complete control of the objective. Nay steps up, burns the burrow, stays alive. As Shayna on TBA goes down. Runtime stepping up 10 HP. They probably have tap available. No, they're looking for a fight. Shogun is poisoned. Gets healed up by the Anduin. Anduin, depending on how you build him, can provide a lot of heal if you're not careful. Silver gets Gets the power. Shogun is bursting yet again. That is the power of KT. Outright burst. Again, I am not surprised, but now it's Cosmos in control of the tier 1 as the final channel comes out. Yep. I I would be very curious to okay, Nay is here. So is Bird. Nay drags Sparhawk. Sparhawk's at quarter 10 HP. Manages to channel for healing. No! Okay, Zeratul just rotates, kills Sparhawk. But it, but the Orc can just cheat their way back to death like they did just then. So in reality, death's the Leoric. I mean, I guess inting is part of the Leoric strategy when you play him. I'm sorry. Runtime is here. Would be a potential 4v3. Boss camp is up, but no team has their ults at the moment. It's no real reason to fourth boss unless you have your ult and you're looking for a fight. Siege camp gets taken bot side. Bruiser camp on Cosmo side is gonna get taken as well. Leoric Zeratul is here. Is spotted on the ward. Sparhawk, however, jumps their way to safety. May not be safety for very long though, because here comes TBA on the wrong side of the map is where the objective will be. But TBA just wants their bruiser camp. It's okay. Cosmos does have their ults here. KT on ancestral healing is one of the more powerful ults as I miss a kill. Hello? Well, no pyroblast wasn't used for the KT in that fight, unfortunately. But again, KT has the poison burst damage. Yeah, that's just the bomb. It spreads like crazy, and that's the bomb in action. Jaina just drops. Very very unfortunate from TBA here. Cosmos has complete control of the bottom temple, and that is the first fort going down. It's not like Towers of Doom where you basically have to play the objective game. As here comes another fight. Runtime gets stunned up. Has to burn the unstoppable two-man knockup. Does connect as that's gonna be ETC jump. Finds nothing. Unfortunately, Sparhawk jumps to safety. Here comes the burrow. The root is full on chase. Jaina gets revenge on the KT. Well played. That is well played the TBA for taking a fight. They hung on and forced it where needed. And Ancestral did get burned. Power Blast will be back up in 15 seconds. Yeah, that's the same ult I would have picked if I was on Jaina too. I'm not surprised. I don't know how powerful it would be against KT though. You just want to have the enemies if you're on oh, okay, the orc just dies in the offlane. That's fine. But basically as Jaina, you just want you want to use it on a group, but you want the group to be outside of the Ring of Frost. Unless you go Cone of Cold. Unless you go with the Cone build, then as the objective splits up between the off lanes, Cosmos does have two forts that are pretty low to dropping. TBA has 2 forts that are close to dropping. That is the burst. Stand as one comes out. Flippy is bursted. Here comes down. Oh, this is a fight worth the taking. 3-man stun does connect from the Keldor on the ETC slide. Keldor's on the run. Gets pulled to avoid the bomb. Okay. Shogun, however, is not going to be so lucky, but does survive the bomb attempt. In the meantime, TBA just takes this top objective for free. But Cosmos is going to get a trade. They can maybe get these two down. This fort down. Yep. Then they still have enough ammo to kill this top fort. So it'd be all forts down for TBA. Yeah, it's just gonna be forts traded. Okay. Here comes the quick rotate up for TBA. They are thinking about actively taking boss. Nah, boss is just being ignored. But the top bruiser camp is gonna be. These top bruiser camps aren't gonna be ignored though. Again, both teams need to focus on their objective controls. And I would say at the moment, both teams are pretty well matched. Yes, TBA is down by by a level and a half again, but the temples basically control the objectives, and you do indirect damage to the forts and keeps. So it's not like you need to have the offlaner pushing every time. So Cosmos does have their own bot tier 1 up. However, there's no real fight. It's still pretty equal. Here comes a quick fight for this bottom siege camp. Cosmos is just gonna flip the objective. Thanks for the leash, buddy. Flippy just gets bursted by the KT bomb yet again. Jaina drops. Bird is here as Zeratol is going to successfully stealth, but it's going to be Ancestral burned as a result to heal the Zeratol back up. But now that they got the kill, boss is just wide open for the taking by Cosmos. Yeah, that is just going to be boss here. TBA is going to spot this out. Boss is at half HP, and that is going to be ETC dropped as well. Boss surprisingly did not get reset. Cosmos, TBA just has to give up the boss now. They lost 2 people on objectives. It's not really a good look for them. Yes, the Vala is back, but you did lose the ETC as a result. But this temple is up. Cosmos is going to take the Cosmos is just going to take the temple. They are in absolute they are in control, but at the same time, in my opinion, they're not absolutely in control. But Cosmos is still on equal footing here, and if they keep up their pacing, especially with these objectives like boss and temple, they will take over the game. This gonna be temple going over. This bot tier 1 for Cosmos is the target by TBA. Although the bomb is going to quickly deal with the minion waves. ETC jump connects. The stun slide does attempt to go after Silver, but they do have to burn the Unstoppable to not get stunned for the fight. Silver jumps to avoid to avoid whatever it was. Entomb finds nothing, and here comes the Jaina Burst of Power. Stand United connects, but runtime, but Silver Jackal split up. Sparhawk is actually split up and just dies some minions yet again. Not the first time I've seen someone die to minions this game. Let's be what, the third death already? But Cosmos here have their upgraded, well, not really ultimate upgrades, but that's what you have to assume everybody is going to do on their 20s. It is a fight. Entomb yet again finds no one. It's rather unfortunate timings on the Entomb there. Sparhawk is going to see if this cruiser camp is up, but they don't see where any of them are. I mean, obviously, can't see the fog of war, but Silver here is camping this bush. Help me, Pink. They're coming out. Are you okay there, buddy? It's just gonna hit the camp, although it resets. Teams are still split up, and ooh, okay. TBA's got control of the top four. Has control of the top four, so that's the top objective. But the bot fort falls, and now temples are back under control for TBA. Double the temples means double the power. First one is going to run out in mid, as the second one should hit it, right? Oh! 340 HP in a dream, says the keep. CBA just got very lucky that the keep is on 1% HP. They have to be really angry that keep is still up. They're probably thankful, but Cosmos is very angry at this point. However, yeah, that's gonna be 2 temples coming up for the next time. Both teams have their storm talent, so upgrades. It's anyone's game now. Yeah, Cosmos has got to be mad that the keep is still standing, but TBA is gonna be thankful for that. This team's just fighting up. Runtime thought they could find a fight. That's gonna be 4-man blind. Doesn't really find anything else though. Knockup doesn't find anything either. Okay, that's gonna be the towers and the. Sparhawk's gonna jump to safety. Stand United comes out. Here comes the silence interrupt. The Jaina Frost Ring is too darn powerful. So is the Ancestrals. I didn't mean to hook back. Bird goes down, and here comes the fight. Runtime is on 10% HP. Falls back to safety. Could have tap. Might as well tap. Yes, they do tap. However, Shogun is just not lucky. As Quartz is now under attack, that is going to be the temples going over too. Yeah, 2 temples, nothing. 3 players dead. That is unfortunately it's probably game over at this point, I imagine. Yep, there it is. GG call. GG is called. Cosmos takes it 2-0. Now let's see if any of these teams are going to be standing are going to be interested in a interview. Oh, was I still in this coin? Was I in this coin toss channel the whole time? I well, whatever the case, I am being joined by Cosmos Sil- Silver. That game was pretty quick, 2 2-0, but I have to imagine being on a kind of a, I'm not sure how new Cosmos is, so excuse me for saying this, but did you feel that the series went too fast? I mean, Sky Temple, as you know, is one of the fastest maps.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the fastest. And yet I think Brax's holdout was was still up. So what are your first initial reactions coming out from that Sky Temple?
Was pretty much we knew we wanted to just try to kill that Vala and also just put him at get the soak, get the camps out, keep the top pressure going, helping Dom while allowing Zeratul to zone or not zone but roam pretty much.
Speaking of the Zeratul, this was not a pick that I saw coming. It's expected sure because you could probably flank and turn over a temple as Zeratul. Maybe not alone, but was this Zeratul ever? Do you think this is an off meta pick that you don't see all the time?
Um, I guess you could say yeah. We just saw all their damage was very squishy and their healer was squishy, so we thought it could work.
Well, work it did. Co- coming into map one before, well, coming into the series, y'all know it's a new season. So how prepared did y'all feel among scrimming teams in your division, solo queue? How did you say y'all were feeling coming into this team? According to the power rankings, it didn't seem that you were going to be rated very highly. I think you're like what, rated fourth or fifth in the D West power rankings.
I honestly have no idea what we were. I didn't
Uh,
watch the meet hall or
it was
anything.
in the division analysis channel.
Oh, gotcha. I'll have to
Uh,
check that out.
no,
I mean, we just played our game, and I feel like
actually y'all
yeah,
were
I feel
ranked.
like we just played our game.
Y'all were ranked y'all were ranked two in this division. So
Okay.
not that the rankings mean anything this early on in this season, but how do y'all feel about the other teams going into the division? PRA, as you know, has been maybe one of the staples of E/D over the years. So are
Yeah,
there
we've
any
seen them
particular
quite a bit.
are there some teams that you are expected wanting to play in the near future? Well, I want to
These
go
games have been a little cocky.
I want to go back to some of the drafting that I saw. There was a Ragnaros ban, and let's see, there was a
Right.
well, Brightwing, yeah, that's pretty global, but on this Sky Temple, I'm like, sure, you can get away with globals, but do you really want to ban them because of how big the map is? And yet again, y'all got not. Yeah, y'all just got the one global in the Dahaka, and
Yeah.
I was very much surprised by this KT pick of yours too. This is a team that if I was drafting for TBA, I I probably would have banned it.
Yeah, I mean, from what they're showing, we were assuming it's going to be ETC, so I pivoted over to KT to have another Mosh interrupts. So that was the plan there.
Well, and y'all saw that. Maybe y'all were able to interrupt slides too with the what?
Yeah.
One of y'all popped an unstoppable to get out of that. I guess my fun.
really good at those cleanses.
I mean I also saw the Ragnaros band too. Was that a particular target? I mean I did see Garage
I'm
a
not
little bit
sure.
as well.
I'm not sure if they scouted us or what's going on. There could have been a target, or it could have just been map because he's very good on that map, regardless.
Then I want to say final final thoughts. Like what are y'all expecting to go into the how are y'all feeling about the division and the rest of the season? 2-0 is a great place to start, and I think it what awards 3 points. I want to say
I think it's fourth, the new system.
4. Okay, so that's still a it's a good way. It's a good way to start your season.
Yeah.
how are y'all how are y'all feeling going into the rest of the season?
Well, I feel like you have to start the season saying we're going into this winning and not losing a single game. Obviously, that might not be, very realistic, but I feel like that's how you have to go into the season. If you take off a map, then you take off a map. It happens.
I believe it's all about communication. You asked about us being new. Yeah, we do have new pieces this season. I'm one of them. Um, some things that need to be worked on with us is just comms, and as long as our communication is there, I think that we can hang with the best of them. Now you have to also understand. I mean, watch the way that TVA was rotating around as a 4-man. Their focus fire was really good when they were able to focus fire. Um, you have to respect the other team just as much as you have to respect yourself and your teammates, and put in just keep putting in the work to make sure that your games are clean. When it gets sloppy, that's when comms break down, and that's when we struggle. Um, I don't want it to be sloppy. I want it to be clean every game going forward, and I want other teams to be clean because that's when people play their best, and that's what I'm looking for. Is the challenge.
And I I completely understand that. I've had divisions myself with players like Jatron and Chaco no less, where we'd have seasons be like, oh, we're bottom of the division. We're not doing that. We're doing terrible. But then we get into that one D West season that I was in. And it's like, okay, that was way more competitive than we thought.
Mhm.
Fine.
You can't just because we're in D West doesn't mean you can't take people for granted. They're people, and they're putting their time in, and they're going to be just as good as you are. And any given Sunday, the game can change just like that. I mean, some of these games are going to be coin flips, and I think we just got to be prepared mentally for any situation.
Okay. I guess last last thing before we get out of here. Are there any shout outs that y'all want to give? Any
Of
to like
course.
any player is in
I just want to shout
productions
out
or
you at
whatever.
first for casting. Always makes it more, a lot more fun. Shout out to NGS for having this whole league set up so we don't have to be stuck in Storm League. Shout out to my team. We did really well tonight. Shout out to TBA. It was definitely a fun set. Looking forward to seeing him again later in the season since it's a round robin. And shout out to Icon for being our face of the team.
Thank you.
Oh, and shout out to my friend Teddy for watching. Thank you, Teddy.
well, it would well obviously it wouldn't be NGS without the players. So I want so thank y'all for putting thank everyone in this game in this match for putting it for having some fun.
Yeah,
I needed it. I've had a couple of rough few weeks, so it feels good to get back in the swing of things. Congrats on the win,
for sure.
and thank y'all for taking the interview.
Yep. Look forward to seeing you around.
All right,
Have a great night.
y'all too. So that is the game over. Cosmos wins the series 2 games to 0. I do have to go find someone to raid though. So if y'all if so, go ahead and stick around for the raid. I am going to be. Hmm, let's see if there's any other Heroes games going on. I don't know. Let me find the cat. Looks like looks like is Rocket still going? Looks looks like they're still going. So we're gonna go raid Raka. Uh, all right. So we are gonna go raid Raka slash raid I Raka